and welcome to the Changemakers series in partnership with Euronews. I'm Annabelle Murphy, and over the course of this series, I'm going to be speaking to some incredibly accomplished women who are rethinking and reshaping their industries. Today, I'm joined by Bettina Fetzer, who's the Vice President of Marketing at Mercedes-Benz. Bettina, welcome.
Hi, Annabelle.
Today, I'd love to talk to you about working mothers, and in particular, mothers who are in very senior positions as you are at Mercedes-Benz. The automotive industry, I assume, has been and perhaps still is quite male-dominated. How has that environment been for you as you rose through the ranks at Mercedes-Benz?
I think for me, it wasn't tough. I would say I've never been overly misjudged as being a woman, but it helped me definitely in building my authenticity, because this is for me the most important part about either women or men. If you are in a leadership position, you got to be authentic to yourself. And I'm a woman through and through. I'm a mother through and through. And I always said, if you hire me, that's the package you get.
When we spoke earlier, you said that you actually received a promotion whilst on maternity leave. How did you and your family manage that?
Well, first of all, I was basically asked if I want to, throw my hat into a panel for this position that I have right now for the head of marketing, when my little one was 3 months old, so tiny baby, and they asked me and said, "Hey, do you want to see if you can get the job?" And I spoke to my husband because that's the most important part, I think. If you don't have the stable family and the people around you support you in your path, in your career path, then you shouldn't pursue it at all. So I spoke to my husband and said, "What do you say? Do you think we can manage as a family?" And he said, "You know what? We can try." And this is how I went into that panel, as we call it. And I was also there quite authentic once again. I said, "Hey, if you want me to be the vice president of marketing and be on the road and in flights for 4 out of 5 days a week, I'm not going to be the person to hire. But if you want someone to do a great job and lead the big team and shape the brand for Mercedes-Benz and be a mom, here I am." And I think for now we are managing because we have people around to support us.
Aside from that which you've touched on and the importance of being authentic, in your experience, what sorts of corporate policies and cultural mindsets work to have more women in leadership positions?
To be honest, I think you always need a bit of a shift, of a deal breaker, so to say. So we at Mercedes-Benz, we definitely have worked with quotas so far. Do I envision a future where we don't need them anymore? Yes, I do. But in order to get that thing going, we did work with quotas. If you ask me, I would love to work without, and I can tell you within my team, we always, because we have a high quota already, have quite a female leadership team already, we always say, "May the best win." And this is what this is all about. So I think if we have the opportunity to develop whoever we envision to do the job best, we should go that path. Besides that, I think it's very important to have a very understanding culture, people who also dare to speak up and show that they are, not just working robots, but they have a life and they have people around them they love and that they need to take care of. It's natural, it also makes you authentic once again.
That's very true. And emotional intelligence, empathy, authenticity, all of those skills that you've just touched on now, Bettina, that they're becoming more and more commonplace, aren't they, in the corporate world?
Definitely. I mean, we always say don't hire just skills, hire attitude, because skills is something you can learn. Attitude is something you got to bring to the table. And attitude is something that will keep you going when the going gets tough, and it's something that people will help connect to you. And I mean, this is what you need. You need those emotional connections to inspire and empower your people basically to do the best job they can.
A common theme that I'm hearing from the women on this Changemaker series around, opening up and bringing, your whole self to work. And I think that's really come into the forefront because people have been working from home and kids or dogs and, are running around. And so we've been forced almost to open up, but that's also given, opportunities and positive things have come from that too.
It's a huge opportunity. I mean, when I was, and you touched down on that before, when I was promoted to the job a couple of years ago, I purposely planned on those moments, where company life would meet personal life or family life. And I would take my little baby to work. I would have him on my lap when doing a video conference, and when there is was a sound, I wouldn't, try to hide it and, see if someone noticed, but actually, speak about it and say, oh, that was my little baby, just, I think he's hungry, give me a second. And really dare to bring that on the table. You can't do it all. I mean, there's no way you can do it all. You can't be a perfect boss, you can't be a perfect mom, you can't be a perfect wife, cook dinners, healthy dinners 3 times a day, and do a little workout at night so you look fit and healthy. There's no way you can do it all, and you can definitely not do it on your own. So make sure you choose the things you really want to focus on, and kind of put the others aside for a couple of minutes. If I don't, eat healthy 3 times a day but only once, well, that's the way I can do it. If I don't go running 3 times a week these days, I don't, There'll be a time again later in my life to do that. If I can't read 5 additional books a week, because when the hell am I going to do that? Then don't, and don't stress yourself about it. And then the other thing is make sure you define a working pattern with your partners, because they want to be part of that working model too. And with my husband and me, it goes quite natural, because there's things that he can simply do better, and there's things that I can simply do better. And then there's things where we actually have to do both, or where we are happy to do both.
Thank you very much, Bettina Fetzer, VP of Marketing at Mercedes-Benz.
Thank you very much, Annabelle.
And thank you for listening to another interview at Cannes Lions Changemakers series. For more, you can visit our website.